Okay. All right. So sound looks like it's working. I am going to attempt to make a training workflow for listing in InkFrog. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through the workflow for listing in InkFrog. And if you have any questions, you can refer back to this just to see the process. Um, and I'll go through one listing, and they all should be very similar. And I'll uh, verbally point out any differences that you may encounter, but they should all generally be the same. All right, in the same order. Okay. All right. So here we go. Screen share. Okay, we're gonna get out of that. So basically, what you're gonna have is this document workflow in front of you. You should have that, and I'll probably send you this way beforehand. So it'll go through step by step what you need to do to list items in InkFrog and that whole process. So just to give a quick rundown, you're going to be going into Amazon Drive, downloading pictures onto your computer, logging into InkFrog, creating a listing, which is basically very similar to like an eBay listing. Um, and you're going to be uploading those files to that listing. You're going to be filling out all the blanks, all the required fields in there, and then you're going to be saving the listing. And that's it. That's basically the you know uh, quick rundown of how you're going to do a listing. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to log on to Amazon Drive, and this is the link that you'll have for Amazon Drive. You'll click on that link. It should take you to Amazon login. You will have the email and password for this. You'll use it, you'll log in, and it should take you to Amazon Drive. And this is Amazon Drive. It's just like Google Docs or Google Drive, same thing. It's just Amazon Drive. I just chose it. Don't ask me why. I could have chose Google Drive, and I might change in the future. But basically, this is what we use right now. Just log on to Amazon Drive. Um, Basically, what you're going to do is when you come in, you're going to have different folders. Usually, the pictures should be inside the picture folder. Okay, and we'll go back out and look at that again. Pictures. It should most of the time be in pictures. And if I put them anywhere else, I'll tell you if I put them anywhere else. But most of the time, they'll be in pictures. I'll have the files listed by number, and I'm going to have a set of pictures in each file. This one, I just have item 3. It basically will be item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, and so forth. They'll go all the way down. In each item or each folder, there'll be a list of pictures, right? So this is what you're going to use to create a listing. Um, you're just going to just take a quick look at them. They should all be very similar. Should be um, all the same. item. So this one you can see just like a blue outfit. They all should be a blue outfit. You shouldn't have um, a mixture of photos unless I specify. But I probably won't send anything that has more than one outfit. Should be the same outfit. All will be blue, all will be pink, all will be whatever the color is, whatever the item is. It'll just be the same. So if you do have a mix of items, just let me know. I will have to go in and um, fix that. Um, so, so after you log in to your Amazon Drive, locate your folder, you locate your files, and now you want to do is you just want to add them to your computer. You can pick a folder. You can create your own folder. You can call them, Upwork folder or Daniel Charles Williams folder. You can call them whatever you want, but you're going to download the pictures onto your computer. So I'm just selecting them. And each item for each listing, photos will have several or many photos just because, I don't know how the photos are going to come out on your end. So what I do, sometimes I do have an issue if I might take a photo. Once I start loading up onto the platform, eBay platform or whatever it is, that photo might say error or might say too small or might say too large, and you just can't use that photo. So that's the reason why I send so many of them, but you will only be able to use 12 of them. But I'll send like 25, sometime it'll be 30. But the reason why I do that because some files are just different sizes and stuff. And it's just weird the way your camera takes the pictures. See, this one says 1.4 megabytes. This one says 2 megabytes. This one says 2.3 megabyte. So you never know like what I don't know how the camera decides the size, and this one is a whole different, you know, it's 1014.6 kilobytes. Um, you just never know how you can. I don't know how your phone and my camera determines the size. Um, so that's why I just take so many because you might try to upload a picture and it might say, hey, buddy, this is too large, or this say it's too small. You can't use it, so you just disregard it and you just go on to the next available one. Now, what I have here are these pictures are different poses. So I just want you to use your sense and choose 12 different poses. Okay. Um, and we'll go through that once we download. Okay. So once all of them are selected, then you're going to go to download, select download. And again, like I said, this Amazon Drive is the same as Google Drive, Google Photos or Photos. So it's the same thing. You just download. So it'll download down here. It'll either say, this one says Amazon Drive down. It should usually say that. So what I do from there is just I select. You may have your own way of viewing this, viewing the photos. What I do is I just click on the option and it just says show in folder. That's what it says. Open. I just usually choose show in folder because I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put this. And again, you might have your own way of figuring out where you want to put it. So now I just want to put it in a folder onto my computer. so that I can use it and locate it later, right? And basically, once I put it onto that folder, I'm going to just go through them and just do a quick look at them. So show in folder, right? Um, and it just opens up another window. I'll just open that up nice and big. So it shows in folder. So this is it. It went to a folder. And I'm gonna put it in my documents because I know that folder right there is empty and I have nothing inside of it. So I'm just gonna double click it. It's gonna give me all my photos. I'm gonna highlight all of them. Okay. I'm gonna highlight all of them. You can highlight them however you want. I just either sometimes I click them all, I press Control A, it highlights them. Um, what I'm gonna do is move them to my folder here. I just chose documents because I don't have anything in that folder. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place them in my documents. You can do that however you want. You can drag and drop. You can do however it is that you do. You guys are computer savvy, so you already know how to use it. So I put them in my document. So now I have them all in my documents. Now, the only thing that I'm looking for at this point in time is my image of the details. So I provided an image, I took a picture of the details of this item. So all you want to do is find that one because that's something you just want to look at before you get started. So what I also like to do is change the view. I like to just make them large. So there you go. So I select large so I can see what I'm looking at. And then here we go. All right. So usually I take multiple pictures just to make sure that, again, my picture just doesn't mess up. So sometimes you can take a picture and then for some reason you can't view it, can't see it. So I usually take multiple pictures. So um, I'm just going to double click that so I can look at it. So it pops up. So here's the details for that listing. I like to look at it now. Once you do this, you guys can do what you want with it. You can keep it up here. You can print it out if you have a printer nearby, just to have it next to you, because this is just going to help you create the listing. This is the part of like the data entry of the listing, right? So you have a title, you have a location, and then you have some other things which you'll run across once you get into the next application. You have the condition very good, size small, colors, style. You have all these things once you get what you're going to use once you get into the ink frog. So basically, you found that, you know where it's at. Um, I'm going to minimize that so I know where I'm at here. So the next, after I finish that, I got my photos. I see they all here. I'm good. Okay, next. I'm going to go back to my workflow, which is here. Now you're going to select, you're going to go into Ink Frog. So you're going to select this link, click on it, highlight it, copy it, put it inside a browser, however you want to do it, but you want to go into Ink Frog with this link right here, and you will have it. So once you go into Ink Frog, it'll bring you to this screen, and then you just go ahead and log in. All right. So you'll have your email, which I'll give you, password. You will have that. You log in to that. Okay. And then it'll bring you to Ink Frog. So once you log into Ink Frog, this is what you will see. The next step is to go ahead and create the listing. So we're going to get to creating a listing right now. What you're going to do is select listing. Okay. Then create listing. Okay. And it says create listing. Now you have a pre-fill option. You can select that pre-fill option. And then you want to select master profile. It says master clothing listing, pre-fill from selected. Select that. Okay. So what that does is just what it does it fills in a lot of the fields below, so you don't have to worry about trying to fill them out. So okay, now this is the image that you had looked at before. You can refer back to that. eBay account is X. I just put that there for short. So that basically means that, sorry, that basically means that eBay account, I have two of them. One starts with excellent, one starts with X and one starts with Q. If I say X, I mean for you to choose the excellent condition account. You can choose that. Now for eBay Market, you're going to leave that as is. It's going to stay in the US. And then the next thing you're going to go down is the title. So title, you're going to put the title in. So what you're going to do is go back to, and this is the title. It says Rio Women's Blue Long Sleeve Jumpsuit, embroidered zipper, size small, vintage. All right. So this is what you're going to use to put in the title. I'm going to kind of free form it because I kind of know what I want to put in there. But basically, this is what you're going to use here to um, fill in the title part on InkFrog. So you go back to InkFrog. Um, and this one says Rio Women's embroidered. I don't know how to spell, but it's okay. And I'm going to resort back to the picture just to make sure. Zipper, that's what in vintage, right? That's what I wanted to put in there. Zipper and vintage. Desktop. That's zipper. Just put zipper. So you're only going to have a certain amount of characters to put in here. Vintage. I'm just going to leave that there. All right, so you fill that in from the title. Then next, the description was chosen. Strange that it's not. Thought it chose the listing. Master profile. Let me see, listing profile. It's just funny. thought the templates were already set. Wonder if they gave you guys separate, like basically profiles. I'm just gonna scroll down real quick just to see if any of this stuff is pre-filled in, which it looks like it. Let me see, that's filled in down at the bottom. Okay. But anyway, it's we're gonna move forward with that. Okay. All right. So once we get the title in, once the title is in, we go down to the description, and then we're just gonna refer to everything that you're gonna need is basically in the image that I gave you. It's in the image that I gave you, and inside the pictures provided. That's all information is right here. So we're gonna open that back up. Okay, so now when we get to the description, this is basically the information that we need for the description. Okay. So when we get to the description, we're gonna say location. We're gonna go and flip back to the we're gonna flip back to here. We're gonna type in location. You really don't need to type in location, but you can just put box 1X00. That's where it's at. Title, you're gonna re-put the title back in. Should be the next step under the description. That's it. Right under that, you're gonna go ahead and put, it says condition. All right, it says very good. So we're gonna put the condition back in it. We're gonna say item or jumper is in very good condition. Period. Once we go down here, we're gonna go back to it says size. We're gonna put the size, the small. We're gonna go back to the picture, colors, dark blue. Blue. Okay, we're gonna go back to it again. It says style, jumper, jumpsuit, and I'm just gonna put extra in there. Style is long sleeve, right? Jumper. Scroll down some so we don't, so we can see what we're doing. Okay. All right. Long sleeve, jumper, jump, suit, right? Vintage. Okay. After that, next, now you have the measurements. We also have some additional information. Any additional information you have to the side of the measurements or to the side of the description, just add it in. Okay. You're just gonna add it in. So put it anywhere. Elastic waist. Okay, perfect. Now you're gonna add your measurements. I need a space. All right, measurements. Then under it, you're gonna add your measurements. I'm gonna say sleeve 25 inches. Okay, we're gonna resort back. Waist 12. If you guys know anything about measurements, 12.5 is measured flat. Okay. All right. So what I also like to say is doubled is 25. 24, 25 inches as the waist, but also make sure it is elastic waist. Okay. All right. Next is inseam, which is, look back at it, it is 30. Then leg opening, I think that was 6. Okay. Okay, 6. Okay. That's it. That's it for the description. So what I also like to add in my description, which I thought I did add, but it's so funny that it's not. But I'll probably make a template with all this stuff down at the bottom. In there is all I say is, all right. You know, shopping, small business. Location again, X00, just to make sure. I like to put it in twice. I like to put it in everywhere, so I know where it's going. So obviously it's at the top, and then I like to put it in, it's located at the top. Again, you got the title, you got the condition, you got the size, you got the color, you have the style, and then after that you have your measurements, and these measurements will differ depend on the item. So if you have a pair of jeans, you have a picture of a pair of jeans, and you don't have the details of a pair of jeans, they will differ in a dress will differ. The measurements will all be just different, but I'll make sure I state that on that detailed image. Okay. So, okay, after that, this is save to folder. I know I selected a folder, and it says completed via Upwork. That is the folder you're going to select there. Okay. So then now we come down to the infamous image. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and get started on that. And you click add images. It'll bring up basically where you are going to pull the images from. So it'll pull up this box here. It'll say add images. What you want to do is go down here to the bottom where it says upload new images. You select that. Then it's going to ask you again, click here to upload. You're going to click. It's going to ask you where. Mine is obviously in documents. And then you're going to start uploading. So, like I said, I provided more than enough pictures. These are clearly 3 of the same pictures. Okay. You're not going to choose all 3 of these pictures. You're just going to choose one picture, right, of the same pose. It's one picture of the same pose. You're just going to pick it, start upload. Okay. Okay. It'll upload. Done. Right. And you can just go ahead and upload and worry about just cropping them later. So again, upload here, locate it, next pose. This is a different pose. Start upload. Okay, different pose. Again, I'll let you do 12 of these. So in most cases, you should have 12 or more different pose. Pick one. Start upload. Okay, next one, you could just get the click in. Okay, next pose. This is a different pose. Okay, next one. Okay. Okay, different pose, same pose, different pose. Here, it's a little different pose. Let me see. Trying to just make sure we have enough 12 items here. Different pose. All right, we're gonna go ahead and select that one. Okay, add images. Okay, side view, select one. And I am going to try my best to provide you guys um, photos that does not need to be adjusted, but you never know. This is a rare photo, rare photo, back photos. I'm just going to go ahead and select that last one because I'm sure that probably was my best one. Excuse me. And again, as you get more familiar with everything, where everything is at, as it gets a lot faster. This is another pose. Okay, another pose. I'm just going to select my last pose. Select another one. Okay. Okay, this is obviously another pose. I don't know what number we're up to, but it'll let us know when we run out of images. Um, the pose. Let me see if we have one. Sure. We got one more. I provided exactly enough photos, which is so funny that I did that. I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened to happen that way. But sometimes, I mean, I provided exactly 12 poses. Um, but again, in gallery, meaning that's going to be the first one that's going to be shown, and the rest of them are just going to be there. So what you can do is, after you finish doing loading them up, you can take a look at your first photo. You just click the edit button there, and you can see your first photo. And I want my first photo just to be perfect. So what you want to do is, this is just like any other Photoshop. Is you just want to cut out everything on the side and make your first photo just really good looking. And then after that, that's it. Um, and I'm, you know, and I'm satisfied with you guys just cropping that first photo. Um, just making sure that first photo looks really good. Uh, uh, in my speak time. Um, and sometimes, so there you go. Sometimes that does spin um, a little bit. It'll just spin. Sometimes it'll just spin. So, oh wait, I had one more image left. I'm sorry. I did have one more image down there. And usually, if you have one more image, um, then you can just go ahead and just add just any of the images. And I like to add just that one because that one looks really good. Just make sure I add the 12 images. Just make sure I add the 12 slots. I mean, if you have slots to add, looks like it has. Why looks like I have more. One more. How many pictures is that? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 13. What? Well, all right, that's enough. I'm not gonna add any more. But anyway, um, it's usually like 12 image. I think 12 images. I think Ink Frog with the software is allowing you to add more. But all I want is 12. And after you reach the 12, then you're fine. Okay, so next that you come to is the eBay category. So you are to select the eBay category. That information will be provided in the sheet, but it's pretty simple. So eBay category, meaning like what is it? Is it women's pants? Is it women's jeans? Is it men's pants? Women's jeans? Now this is women's. Obviously, it's women's. So when you select, you're gonna go to it's women's clothing. Sorry, it's clothing, and most of the time it will be clothing. I don't think I will send anything else to you guys but clothing. So it is clothing. So first category will be clothing. The next category should be women's clothing. So you go and you drop down and you go to women's clothing. All right, and then your next option will be: is it jeans? Is it you know pants, shorts, skirts? Um, in this case, we have a suit, a jumper, sorry, jumpsuits. And it's a jumpsuit. But in most cases, it'll be a lot clearer than that. You either select clothing, women's jeans, or clothing, women's dresses, um, clothing, women's pants. It'll be a lot simpler. I don't have too many jumpers, but sometimes I get them. But it'll just be that. So if it's men's, it'll be clothing, men's, jeans or clothing, men's. Shorts or clothing, men's shirt. And the same thing for women. For women, if it's a woman's shirt, it'll be clothing, woman's clothing, and then it'll be shirt or skirt. So that's basically what you do. You select. After that, and then you're done. Secondary, you don't select that because I believe that is additional charge. Listing format, you leave that alone. Next option is store category. So within my store, we have categories. And this is going to be just leave it under pants because I don't have a category for jumpers. Um, so pants and the same thing here. This is a lot simpler, but it's still just a category. It'll either be coats, jackets, pants, um, jeans. So this one we're just gonna select pants because that and the secondary. I usually don't have a secondary, but our secondary I'll put it in other. Okay. Next, item condition. um, that should already be pre-selected for you. You shouldn't have to worry about that. But condition description: jeans are in very good condition. These are not jeans. So what we're gonna do is just change that to jumpsuit. Spelling is in very good condition, right? Jumpsuit is in very good condition, and the condition should always be stated here. Very good. So very good condition. And then now we go back to the brand, right? So the brand should be located here, right? It's Rio. I know my handwriting is horrible, but it's Rio is the name of the brand. Rio, which you put there. Size type is regular. Um, size woman is small. And you probably could drop down for small or type it in. It all depends. Small S. Style, jumpsuit. And then now you want to select all the extra material, extra stuff. Color is blue. It's actually a dark blue. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can fill in, type in dark blue. Okay. Material, which I believe is polyester, if I looked at correctly. Material is located down microfiber / polyester. So okay. Pattern. Let's see, it's dropped down. I guess it's solid. Let's say textured. I mean, you just got to look at the item. I'm gonna go with um, solid. Manufacturer. If you look at it, it'll say here USA. And you just locate the USA or wherever it says United States. Occasion. You could probably just put casual, club, but it's a jumper, so it's probably casual. And after that, that's it. So we don't want to add them custom. You just want to keep scrolling down. All this information should be filled in for you. That's it. General clothing template should already be selected for you. You keep scrolling down. SKU is the same as the location. So you just want to put the location in it. 00. The location should be right there. Location, SKU. You go back here. Price. I usually put the price in there for you guys. $29.99 is the price. You just put it in. Scroll down. Option name. Nope. Nope. It's already in there. 30 days. The stocking fee is already there. All that is already there. I'm just trying to see the next thing that you need to put in, which should be missing something. When it has shipping, service, are you gonna save it? We don't have to worry about that. You keep scrolling down. And then we get down to the dimensions. That should be filled in, but I want you to look for is the weight. Okay. You go back to the item here, it'll tell you the weight. So the weight is 1 pound, 3 ounces. You are to fill that in. 1 pound, okay, and 3 ounces. Okay. PayPal, you don't have to worry about that because I will fill that in. And that's it. So once you finish that, reach the bottom, you finish. If you want, you can click preview. And let's just see what it looks like over preview. And you can preview just to check for spelling errors, but those are your pictures. Once you're done previewing, you can just close that out. And then after that, you press save, and then they'll say save to library. Okay. Do not save as master profile. Select save to save to library. And then it check for errors anyway. It says please provide variant option values. Let's scroll down. So under that, just trying to see what they not sure. It might be this because I put that in there. It's like a polyester. Let's just do that. I think it was another free form. This one. Let's put blue. Let's try not to do any free forms. Words were detected. Variant options and values. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Sorry guys, I'm just making sure that we are good, but basically options and values, option name, size, woman, into value, separated columns, option value, separated columns, women, size, is small. Yeah, not sure why they asked me to do that, but option name, value, size, woman's. I just selected small right here, option name, value. So we're gonna go ahead and continue to save to library. Still telling me pricing and inventory. That's another one. Let me see pricing and inventory. This is new to me, guys. I didn't have this problem before. Now it says pricing and inventory. This is add another option. I don't know why it's asking me to I don't want it to have and you guys shouldn't have, yeah, you guys are not going to worry about this. I'm just trying to basically, and bulk accents. Yeah, we're not trying to do that. Let's just get rid of that. Not sure why that came up. It's strange. I didn't have any options with that. Variant. Yeah, I'm not having multiple sizes. Basically, it's a front end option when you have multiple options with sizes, or you have in one item and you have multiple sizes. I just one item, one size. So, and it's probably a glitch because it shouldn't even take that long with just one line item. So for it to take all this time to remove, it would probably some type of glitch. But basically, you guys wouldn't worry about that anyway. So, but that's about it. Sorry I took you through that last step, but after you finish going down to the end of the sheet, you just go to save to library. I think there's another step after that because I think I created a location that will pop up and it'll ask you, and it'll either say Upwork or staff folder. When you see that, just select that, and then you're done. So not sure why we are. See, here we go. That's it. It says your new listing was successfully saved to your library. And that's it. And you guys are done. And you would just go on to the next listing. So, and then it'll just give you just to create a new listing from scratch or create new listing with current settings. And if you are, I mean, and you guys can choose whichever you want. It'll just be the same walkthrough, um, just like you did. If you said from scratch, it'll just be the same. If you say with current settings, you'll have some of the stuff already filled in for you already, and then you would just kind of go from there, and just modify when needed. But all right, that's about it. All right. All right. Um, so that's the rundown. And if you guys um, have any questions about listing, you can just refer back to that video, just to kind of pull you through anything. But if you still not sure, just shoot me an email, shoot me a message. You just shoot me an email. I'll make sure you guys have my email, and it'll come directly to me, and then uh, and I should be able to help out. All right, man. Thanks a lot.